Oh, hello, Doctor Who fans. Today we're at the TARDIS room, of course, with the police box. And we're, of course, today's theme is the Three Doctors, of course, which we'll discuss, deliberate, and observe some of the artifacts we have from this era, and which will make our judgments based on their aesthetic as well as their historical value. Here we go. Now, as you can see, the collection is quite comprehensive. I'll start with probably the rarest artifact I have in my collection, which, of course, apart from the original Radio Times, which is right there, an original mint copy, we have this, which is the Doctor Who bound volume, which has the Radio Times cover as the very first issue, of course. Now, of course, in this particular volume, we have 3 months worth of issues, which all 4 episodes of the story are, sorry, I'm just looking at the page, are listed in this. I'm trying to keep this booklet clean because it's very, very rare. There you go. There you go. So we have all the listings in here of all 4 episodes of the Three Doctors. In other words, all 4 consecutive issues, plus a further number of issues making up 3 months of the bound volume. Now, of course, the header, of course, is this front cover, which is in very nice condition, as you can see, for a 50-year-old plus volume. That's it there. I'll show you the volume itself. That's the volume. That's the first thing I want to point out to you there. Then we have the original copy of the Radio Times, which, of course, I've kept in this for, oil on your fingers. You're going to be careful of oil on your fingers with these things. Now we have the very original cover of the, and getting pretty much mint condition, the 1973 Radio Times special, the 1973 reprint, which of course was in 1993 or 92, one of the days, I think it's probably 92. Then we have the reissue of the original Australian version of the very same thing, which also is a reprint from 1992 of the same thing for the ABC, of course. And then we have these sort of variants which they made, various variants. I'll start with this one over here, which is a Doctor Who magazine version, which we have there, the Cyberman, Dalek and Sea Devil. And then we have a Sylvester McCoy version that came out later on for Doctor Who magazine, which again has, a more modernish Dalek, as in the Remembrance Dalek, an Earthshock Silver Nemesis type Cyberman, and of course, is that a Formazi? Oh, anyway. And then we had this 2013 spoof edition, which was with Matt Smith. Kind of looks like one of these Wallace and Gromit type models, doesn't he, now? And we have the modern Dalek, Cyberman, and of course a modern Sea Devil from the Matt Smith era. Again, that's quite a comprehensive issue, that, with all the things you'd normally see in the 1973 magazine are all there in this format. And then we have, of course, 11 Faces, a One-Off Man, which is, of course, a Doctor Who magazine homage to the Three Doctors. We have the Target novel, which obviously this is a new edition, I know that, but I mean there are 2 or 3 different versions of the original, which came out by Target. We have the Three Doctors special issue of the anniversary DVD, the special edition version of that, which came with a small miniature Bessie model inside. Hang on. And then we had this particular one is an American release of the Three Doctors, which I've put an insert there, which you can see is the cover of the Radio Times magazine, which I got from Cardiff, as a matter of fact. I thought it slot nicely in there because the other cover looked a bit bland. And then, of course, before all this came the VHS version of the Three Doctors, again released prior to the DVDs. Now, of course, the Blu-ray, the updated edition Blu-ray box set, has it in there. And I think it's, if I just take this out the cover briefly. So, okay, 1 second, put this up. 1 second, Doctor Who fans. Here we are. Sorry about that slight delay there. And then we have the Three Doctors there on Blu-ray. And of course, the reason why you have so many versions of this is because as time went by, the print, the original prints, of course, of the story were obviously improved and upscaled and all the rest of it to make them a much better quality for your viewing pleasure, of course. Whereas the originals, like the VHS, would have been a bit, well, put it this way, I'm not saying ropey, but just generally the grains would be spotted, this sort of thing. Now, of course, that was a T-shirt I acquired a number of years ago when I was a much bigger size, many years ago. And of course, I've particularly made this John Pertwee jacket. This one, it sort of looks like it. So I thought it's symmetry, you know, with the. Anyway, that's the complete collection, Doctor Who fans, from the 3 Doctor era, and it's quite comprehensive indeed. In fact, this one, I've never ever seen a copy of the 3-month bound edition anywhere. I think I got this from eBay originally many years ago. I think we're talking about, you know, probably 10 more years ago. And I've never seen a copy of this since. I mean, there's obviously been other issues with bound volumes like The Power of the Daleks, which I also have, that cover, which sold, and other issues, other bound volumes would have issues, but not this one. In the 3-month version, there's a 6-month version, I think, with this in it, but not a 3-month version with this in it. So this is quite a one-off original, so I'm very proud of this particular one here. Anyway, that's the 3 Doctor Who fans, and I hope you enjoy this. And yeah, so thank you indeed. Take care. Have a good evening.